Little bitty radishes, beautiful seedlings. But know what? These are not going to grow up to be big radish plants. Oh no, these are going to be eaten the way they are. We're here at Radical Shoots learning more about microgreens. There are so many different types of seedlings here, of these wonderful microgreens. And James, I just don't hardly know where to start, but I'm really attracted to things that I recognize, which are these little brassicas here. Tell me all about them.
Well, brassicas are the plant variety that a lot of us know as veggies. So broccoli, for example. Broccoli, this is the same type of broccoli that you're used to getting at the store, Waltham 23. And what we're offering it is at 10 days old. So at this young stage, they're supposedly 20 to 40 times more nutrient dense compared to the adult sized plant. So that packs a whole lot of punch, which means that instead of eating your typical serving size of, a cup and a half of broccoli, this is a lot easier to ingest. Tender, it doesn't really give you gas, like some people get gas from broccoli. Hopefully this can help people, get that nutrients that they need. If they want to kick or they're having digestive issues, mustard might be the next stop. This one gives a really wonderful horseradish kick. If you consume this, you will feel it in about 20 minutes, can help move things along.
Oh my gosh, these are fantastic ways to get your veggies in, and in much smaller quantities, I guess. I like this. Now, what about herbs? I want to know about the herbs that you have.
Herbs that we have grown from soil, one of the most lovely microgreens. I have a great fondness for dill. It's the bouquet dill with the really beautiful true leaves there. And you can recognize those seeds. They come right in the shakers, same ones, but we'll go for the organic seeds. And this one, sprinkled on salmon, put it on avocado toast, it will take the flavor to the next level.
James, I know this plant. This is my favorite lemon balm. It's in this tiny state. So I'm curious now what it was grown in.
What we have here is lemon balm that's grown in rock wool or stone wool. This is a hydroponic media that is super common for tomatoes or for some other industries that aren't legal in Tennessee. And this is something you can stick right in a hydroponic tower, such as a tower garden, or you can do anything at home, even a pot of soil, just stick it right in a little cup and you'll get a long-lasting mint plant staple, Melissa officinalis, that's been used for years for calming, anti-stress, anti-anxiety. It's supposed to help with skin if you have a cut or an abrasion. Grind it up, rub it in there.
Right, and how old is this?
This guy has got to be just about 2 weeks old. And it is something ready to grow and spread, and it's great for the summer too. Keeps mosquitoes away. Soil is something that I am excited to be able to have with microgreens, locally grown microgreens in local soil, with local seeds too. And so this is coming from Bates Nursery. It's the Proganics Indoor. You can find them over North Nashville. These radish, with the white stems, and you can see some of those little root hairs coming out. So they're pretty happy in there, and they're at the perfect stage to go inside somebody's belly.
Here at the Nashville Farmers Market, you have this great setup.
Well, for the microgreens, this is a really important stage of the plant's life, and they need the perfect environment. And so we want air movement, and we want mild temperature and humidity that's not too wet or too dry. And that's going to make these seeds really excited to spurt out and form life. And here we're lucky to be able to have an opportunity in an urban environment to showcase that it is possible to grow an abundance in a confined space in an urban environment, and to have it be connected with the city's heartbeat. Here at the market, we have thousands of people that come through every weekend, and I hope that this space can help inspire people to get involved in local agriculture and try growing your own food.
Could you grow your own microgreens?
You can absolutely grow your own microgreens, and you may fail the first couple trials, but you got to keep going until you get the results that you're looking for, because it is totally possible. and it just takes a little bit of learning and a little bit of practice. If you're growing at home, one thing that might be helpful to think about is the moisture that you're giving the root zone. When I first started growing, I didn't realize that the roots also want oxygen, and so if there's too much water all the time, that's what can cause rot. And there's a couple ways you can deal with that. If you have soil that is really heavy, you can add things that can aerate the soil, such as vermiculite or perlite, or even wood chips. And when it comes to microgreens, you want to make sure that the roots have a chance to breathe. So don't keep them wet. You don't want wet feet all the time.
Great tips here. Now, all these microgreens, I understand, have this wonderful nutrient value. But why would they be more nutrient rich at this point than when I have a full basil plant, for example?
Well, the power is coming from the seeds, and the seeds, when they burst, it's one of the most difficult points in the plant's life, and so it's providing everything it needs to be able to become an organism. And there's all types of enzymes and different compounds that the plants are producing at those very early weeks that we've found through peer-reviewed research that can help human health goals. So there are correlations with eating some of these microgreens, the baby herbs and vegetables, when they're at the very young stage, when they have around 4 to 40 times more nutrient density compared to the adult sized plant.
All right, so some of your popular culinary herbs for chefs, I imagine, are basil. What kind of varieties do you have?
Basil is a mainstay in so many kitchens, and in Nashville, the chefs, they require this weekly. So our Genovese basil, this is classic. We've also got a Thai basil, a little amaranth mixed in there. And this guy here is an opal basil. Opal basil is similar in flavor, a little bit stronger than the Genovese, but it has more antioxidants, and it grows to be really beautiful and variegated in some situations. You can see that leaf there.
Well, these are really beautiful. Now, I also see something down here that is absolutely a mainstay of the spring garden.
These are peas. We've got two styles of peas. We've got what we consider in the microgreen world pea shoots and pea tendrils. The tendrils, this is their plant way of grabbing onto things and growing, and eventually these areas will put out flowers which are edible, and the peas that we all know and enjoy. And these are similar, they just got a different type of tendril and a little bit of a different flavor and texture. These are the natural protein producers of plant protein, and they also are great for cardiovascular health and bones.
And so these pea tendrils, is this something that you can cut more than once?
The pea tendrils are really fun. That's a great observation. With the little pea that we got here, if we look at the nodes, that's the first one there. There might be one below, maybe not, but right there is the first node, second node. As long as we leave one of them, the next stem can come up from there. I usually like to leave two. And then you can get multiple cuts from these peas. So we'll cut it there once, get a second growth, and then the third one, throw it out in your garden, and this will fix nitrogen to your soil.
Oh, what a fun little crop to have, and a great way to really enjoy peas really early. Well, here is a surprise. These are marigolds.
Marigolds are actually pretty delicious, certain species of these. This is one that puts out these really tiny petite flowers, and the flowers are delicious to eat.
And what variety is this?
This is called Tangerine Gem.
Oh my gosh, what a great surprise. Now, I'm sensing that these are so good in all kinds of different foods, and I know that you have some baked goods that these come in as well.
Yes, we are really excited to partner with some executive pastry chefs here in town. Specifically, Theodore Washington has been infusing our microgreens, and he makes a slurry and feeds it to the sourdough starter. And from there, we'll get focaccia bread, we can get bagels, and we also do some muffins and loaves. Our goal is to make these products that won't raise your blood sugar so fast, and so we're using raw honey instead of white sugar, and we are looking to make delicious products that you will not even notice are actually helping to support your health goals.
James, thank you so much for letting us come out here today and see these beautiful microgreens, learn a few fun facts and geeky things about it. We really appreciate it. And everybody, I want you to think now a different way about your vegetables. If you're scared of those big, huge vegetables, maybe someone in your family doesn't like them, well, think about microgreens. Might also be a fun thing to try at your own home. So get growing. Well, thank you so much for watching. And if you liked this video, you're gonna love everything else that we have in our archives and running currently. In fact, you're going to see home tours, you're going to see specialty gardens, you're gonna learn tips that will just blow you away as you end up with a better garden because of it. So please go to our channel, click subscribe, and continue watching. See you next time.